Hello and welcome to the first edition of the Panther Den. I'm Peyton McLendon.
And I'm Phen. As the Panthers move into the playoffs, we'll be taking a look at the team and the road to #1.
We'll be bringing you highlights of previous games, interviews with some key players, an interview with the heart of the team, Coach Trible, and what's to come as the Panthers finish out their season.
And with that, let's look at our top 10 plays of the season.
Joining us for a top 10 today is Josh Allen. Josh, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me, Peyton and Phen. Glad to be here today. Gonna watch some clips.
Yep. How do you feel about how the Panthers have done this season?
I think they've done an amazing job. There have been some rough spots, but we've quickly ironed them out, and we're ready to go into the playoffs.
Number 10, we've got Greenbrier versus Farmington. Extremely close game for the Panthers, and it looks like they're in the fourth quarter of the game.
Looks like we're on the 48 in Farmington territory. They snapped the ball.
Moves into the pocket, but is sacked by Tyray Kemp.
Great pressure by the defense.
Moving into our number 9 spot, we've got Greenbrier versus Harrison, one of the more fun games of the season.
Beginning of the first quarter, first play of the game.
And good pressure by the defense and a sack. Don't know by who.
Multiple fellows in there.
Now to our number 8, it's Greenbrier versus Van Buren.
This is one of the earliest games of the season, but we're in the third quarter and a 4-second sack by C.J. Ussery.
Honestly, you know your offensive line is failing whenever you manage to get a defensive player in the backfield within 4 seconds of the snap.
Yeah. Moving on to number 7. Snap by Palmer, and it looks like thrown. 27-yard diving catch by Cummings, just short of the end zone.
I wanna focus on that pass right there because you saw he's under very high pressure. There's 3 guys on him, and he just manages to sling the ball out, finds his target, hits the target in the hands, and honestly, I love to see it.
That's what we gotta love about a quarterback, like one who knows what he's doing, especially with being a senior. He's had the experience, he's had the pleasure of being able to play this game and know the ins and outs of his team. Moving on to number 6, you've got Greenbrier versus Harrison again.
Looks like they're on the 33 in Panther territory. There's a snap, handoff to the running back.
And a forced fumble by Ethan Rhodes.
Looks like he picks it up, starts running to the touchdown.
I mean, no one was expecting a fumble there. I mean, clearly the cameraman didn't.
And I mean, not even the refs didn't throw a flag down, and it's fair play. Touchdown by the Panthers.
Moving into our number 5 spot, we have the Panthers going against Van Buren.
Looks like the first quarter.
All 22, handoff to Enoch Hassan. And he makes his way through their D-line.
Breaking 2 separate tackles.
And just keeps running through.
Looks like a foot race. I don't think they're going to catch him.
There's a 78-yard touchdown by Enoch Hassan, longest one of his senior year. Okay, going into our number 4, we've got Greenbrier versus Harrison once again. And you know it's a good game whenever this many clips are coming from one game.
Looks like Harrison has the ball in Panther territory. Rolls out to his right. Throws
it, and that's a pick by Tyray Kemp.
He's going to run it all the way back. He's running past the entire team of Harrison. He runs it all the way down for a touchdown.
99 yards. What an amazing play by Tyray Kemp.
And that play couldn't have happened without the great blocks after the pick. On to our number 3 is Greenbrier versus Clarksville. Looks like the fourth quarter.
Looks like the Panthers have it.
Pocket rolls out to his right, passes it, and looked like that one got tipped off. It's still caught by the man behind him. Going to number 2, we had the Panthers versus P. Ridge.
P. Ridge snaps the ball, looking to throw. Gets tipped by the defense.
A dive intercepted by Ace Newland. What an electric play, and you can see the Panthers going wild after it.
And I mean, these are the risks you take on 4th and 5. I mean, you go for it, you can lose the ball, and you could have lost the ball at any point with that pass right there.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, moving into our number 1 spot, we got Greenbrier versus Morrilton.
Greenbrier goes for it on 4th and 8.
Looks like the Panthers have it on the 25. Send Trenton Mosley in motion, snaps the ball.
Palmer rolls out to his left and just lobs it down. Trenton jumps over the safety right there and catches it in the end zone. What an amazing play.
I don't ever remember having Superman on our team here. But, I mean, just seeing him fly in the sky like that to catch it over the safety's head.
And you can see the Panthers going wild once again.
Oh, yeah. Great season for the Panthers so far.
Great season for the Panthers. Well, that wraps up our Panther Den Top 10. Josh, we thank you for having you here.
Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Yeah, we'll see you back in a second.
All right, thank you. Now that we've taken a look at some of our favorite plays, let's take a deeper look into the stats.
Starting with our first conference game of the season, Greenbrier versus Morrilton, a 52-21 win for the Panthers. Palmer passed for a total of 281 yards, 25 attempted passes, with 19 completed passes.
Hassan had 33 carries this game, resulting in a total of 232 yards and 5 touchdowns. The other touchdown of the game was from Mosley, who had a total of 80 receiving yards.
Once again, the Panthers showed out this week. Following the game with Morrilton, the Panthers traveled to Clarksville and ended the game with a win against the Clarksville Panthers 49-7.
This week was an interesting week because Enoch didn't play at all because of a penalty from the game against Morrilton.
I mean, okay, you could really see Enoch wanting to get back on the field and support his team, but the team really did amazing anyways.
Yes. Lucas Thompson, Salter Mahan, and Grayson Linville all got rushing touchdowns this game. Receiving yards totaled to 356, with Mosley getting 2 touchdowns, Mahan getting a receiving touchdown, and Ethan Smith getting a pick 6.
We move on to one of our closest games of the season, Greenbrier versus Farmington, with Greenbrier clutching up the win 48-38. Farmington put up a good game in the beginning half, with the Panthers struggling to catch up. Finally, in the fourth quarter, the Panthers caught up and passed the Cardinals.
With Enoch out the previous game, he certainly showed up and dominated in this game against the Cardinals. Hassan rushed a total of 35 times for a total of 356 yards and 4 touchdowns. Palmer passed 14 times, 9 of which were completed, making that a total of 205 yards passed.
Mahan and Mosley got 1 and 2 touchdowns respectively. The Panthers tackled a total of 93 times this game, with 4 of them being tackles for loss of yards. The defense also showed out this game, with Ethan Quattlebaum and Tyree Kemp both getting sacks.
With the close game against the Cardinals out of the way, the Panthers traveled to Alma to defeat the Alma Airedales 56-27. The Panthers passed for a total of 327 yards and rushed for a total of 190, making the total yards 551 for the game.
The Panthers tackled 51 times with 1 sack by Aiden Gallion. Along with this, Ian Adams got 1 interception during the game. All in all, the Panthers ended the game with 7 total touchdowns, 5 from Enoch, 1 by Caden Cummings, and 1 by Trendon Mosley.
Back at home, the Panthers won 49-16 against the Pea Ridge Blackhawks. Palmer passed for a total of 16 times with 14 completions, resulting in 225 yards. Once again, Enoch leads in rushing, with 15 carries and 214 rushing yards. Total yards for this game amounted to 506.
The Panthers tackled 65 times in total, with 2 of those being for a loss of yards. Along with this, Ace Newland got an interception.
The touchdowns for this game amounted to 7 in total, 2 belonging to Caden Cummings, 3 to Hassan, 1 to Mahan, and 1 to Christian Deersall.
On Halloween night, the Panthers traveled to Harrison to beat the Goblins 49-20. Hassan rushed a total of 16 times with a total of 131 yards and 3 touchdowns. Palmer passed the ball a total of 19 times, 14 of which were completed. The total passing yards for the game ended up being 226.
The defense went off this game, tackling a total of 66 times, 5 of them being tackles for a loss of yards. Ace Newland and CJ Ussery both got 1 sack each. Tyree Kemp got a 99-yard interception that he ran in for a touchdown, along with Ethan Rhodes forcing a fumble, recovering it, and getting a touchdown.
The total touchdowns ended up being 7, 1 by Kemp, 3 by Hassan, 2 by Mahan, and 1 by Rhodes.
And finally, what everyone's been ready for, the Greenbrier Panthers versus their rivals, the Vilonia Eagles. The Panthers barely clutch up the win with a 34-33 win, securing their dominance over the rivalry.
In total, Palmer threw 25 throws, 17 of which were received for a total of 283 passing yards. Hassan got 31 carries in this game for 202 yards.
The Panthers got 5 touchdowns this game, 3 from Enoch, 1 from Salter, and the game-winning touchdown by Lucas Thompson. The defense got a total of 69 tackles this game, with 3 of those being for a loss of yards. The only sack for this game belongs to Ian Adams.
Now, Vilonia dominated this game, with the Panthers struggling to catch up. Finally, in the fourth quarter, the Panthers finally made the game-winning touchdown by Lucas Thompson, making the score 34-33. Now, okay, watching this game was crazy. Like, being in the stands, seeing that, and especially from all the hype at school, getting hyped up for the game, especially with the season run we've had, being 9-0 up to this point. It was just crazy seeing Vilonia give us the belt. I mean,
they did put up a lot of numbers on us. I did not expect that.
They put up a better fight than we were expecting.
Oh, for sure.
And we could see that in the team.
Yes,
but
for sure. Now, before we move on to the next segment, we'll take a look at some of this year's key players.
Starting off with our touchdown leaders is Enoch Hassan with 36 touchdowns, and Trendon Mosley and Salter Mahan both with 10 touchdowns.
Moving on, we have our receiving leaders for the season. Trendon Mosley with 94 receiving yards a game, Salter Mahan with 64.2 yards a game, and finally, Caden Cummings with 26.9 yards a game.
To cap off our season leaders this year, we have our tackle leaders.
We start with Ethan Smith with 8.8 tackles a game, Ian Adams with 8.4 tackles a game, and finally Brady Wilbanks with 7.7 tackles a game.
It has been an amazing year for our Panthers, with the stats backing us up all the way. Now that we're done with our in-depth season recap, we'll move into the next segment, Inside the Den.
In this segment, we'll be diving a little deeper into the thoughts and emotions behind what the Panthers have done this season in a few player interviews. How do you feel about how the team has done this year?
I feel like we've done a pretty good job. Our two close games, Farmington and Valonia, I feel like we shouldn't have played the way that we did, but we still found a way to win and get it done.
I feel like we're doing good. I feel like we're executing. We're taking care of business. I feel like we've had a lot of good things happen to us. Just staying on the right path and keeping our mind right will be pivotal for our success later on.
I feel great. I feel like we've exceeded all expectations that everybody's had of us, and we're just continuing to get better every single day.
What are your hopes for the playoffs this year?
Man, I know that we can go and make waves, and we can go and win a state championship. We got all the tools to do it. We got all the people to do it. We just have to have the right mentality to do it. We'll take care of it.
I hope to make a deep run, and I think we have the weapons to do that, and we just have to, like I said, keep getting better every day. And I feel really confident in what we can do.
I hope we can go win the state championship. I believe we can. I believe we have all the tools to do it. We've put in a lot of work this offseason. I feel like we can go get it done.
What's your favorite game of the season?
Favorite game would be Farmington. We went in really nervous, but we were ready, and it was just nice to get a win on homecoming and prove a lot of people wrong.
Favorite game of the season, man. Well, I'll give you my favorite game, like personally, and then I'll give you for the team. My favorite game was Van Buren. I had a really good game, and I just feel like everything clicked that game. And for the team, I feel like Harrison was the best game. That was just a good glimpse of seeing us all put it together. And that makes me excited for the future.
Probably Harrison, because like we played Pea Ridge the week before, we didn't come out how we wanted to come out. And Harrison, the game just kind of showed that we still have everything we need.
What do you feel the team needs to work on going into the playoffs?
Communication for defense. Offense, I don't feel like they need to work on anything. They've been pretty good. Defense, we just need to communicate way more.
I think we need to work on playing a full game. We've really have gotten used to not having to play in the second half the way the season's been going. We've been blowing teams out, and I think we just have to be able to play a full game and finish a game and play good the entire game.
Yeah. Man, I really think just staying humble. Staying humble and hungry. Coming out with fire every single week, taking care of business, and making sure that leaks out into our practice and how we play.
Yeah. How do you feel you've improved this season?
Man, I feel like I've gotten faster. Just knowing what I can and can't do. And whenever you know what you can and can't do, you know what you need to, how you need to react to certain situations and what you can get away with and what you just need to be like, okay, I don't need to do that, to protect yourself and to stay healthy.
Yeah.
I feel like I've improved, but I feel like we've improved more as a team, as a whole together, working together on every single play, every single snap.
Yeah.
I feel like I've become, this season I've changed in being more of a team player, helping my team out as much as I can, doing what I can do, no matter what it is, just being with my team.
I feel like I've gotten a lot better in a lot of areas, but mainly the leader part of it. I feel like I'm more confident in my leading abilities. I can help the guys around me more and take charge when I need to, and I just feel like that affects everybody on the team.
How do you feel about this being your season or senior season?
I mean, it's surreal. It feels surreal. After this, it's the last time I'll play high school football. Forever. And I don't know. It's just just taking it in every single day, making sure I can go and give everything I got. Have no regrets and no doubts at the end of everything.
Yeah. It'll hit me whenever it's really the last game, but that's what makes me want to win it even more, knowing that this is it and this is all I've got left.
Yeah.
And so it just means more.
And what words do you have for the team next year?
Just go get it. You know, just put your head down and go to work, and just don't listen to what anyone else has to say about what they think the team will be, because that's what people did this year, and we obviously exceeded everything. So just go to work and don't listen to everything.
Oh man, yeah. Stay hard, you know, keep on working hard, keep on doing what y'all need to, and show up every day hungry, you know, and believe in yourself.
After seeing how our players feel about the season so far, we head now to an exclusive interview with the head coach, Randy Trible.
First question, how do you feel about how the team has done this year?
I feel great about it, you know. It's been a really fun year, and players have responded real well to you know, some adversity, and played real well together. They enjoy playing together, so that makes it fun.
What are your thoughts going into the playoffs?
Well, you know, we're just working hard, preparing for. Right now, we just have Batesville on our mind, and we're spending a lot of time this weekend, coaches getting ready for them, and then you know, going over game plan and what we think we need to do, and how things that we've got to be able to cover against Batesville. We worked real hard on that yesterday, Monday and Tuesday, getting a lot of reps at what we think we're going to see against them, and just working on our stuff. But you know, just excited to be in the playoffs, and excited about getting to play at home, and so we're just trying to get ready to go.
What do you feel the team needs to work on going into the playoffs?
Oh, we got to work on everything. You know, there's a lot of things. You know, we had some misalignments and stuff last week that resulted in positive plays for our opponent, and so we're trying to get those things taken care of, and then working real hard to, like I said, just to be sound and be able to play good defense and good offense against Batesville. But we're always trying to find ways to get better and just execute a little better and a little sharper, and for our players to see things more clearly. And so we're working on a lot, but just trying to clean up things that we didn't do as well last week. You know, is a priority, but then just trying to get sharper at everything we do and make sure we know how to attack them.
If you have one, what's your favorite game of the season?
Favorite game? Well, you know, middle of the season, I think how well we played and the kind of battle we had against Farmington, where it was back and forth, and finally we got a few stops and separated ourselves from them. I think they were the best team we've played so far, but the way our team just kept hanging in there and kept playing until finally we could separate ourselves from them and get the victory was a real good feeling. And you know, the two teams that beat us in conference last year were Farmington and Moulton, and to play as well as we did against them and to beat both of them there pretty close together was you know, a really good feeling, and showed us that we have a really good football team.
What does coaching mean to you?
Oh, coaching, you know, I've been coaching for longer than most people have been alive, so you know, it means a lot. But I just enjoy the relationships that I have with my coaches and with players. You know, I've coached 1,000 players probably, and just getting to know so many different people and learn from them, and trying to help them be the best they can be. You know, and hopefully some of the lessons that we teach in football carry over to other aspects of their life is kind of my purpose. You know, and you know, I've had old players this week reach out to me and congratulating us on this season and asking, you know, telling me what's going on in their lives and stuff, and that's you know, something that I really value, you know, those relationships. And when old guys come back or contact me, you know, it makes me feel real good. And people don't care how much you know, till they know how much you care, you know. And so I do care, you know, about our players, and I think most of them know it. Some of them think I care in a weird way, maybe, or I'm kind of mean with the way I care. But yeah, that's you know, that's kind of coaching in a little nutshell there, you know.
What does this group mean to you, especially?
What is what?
This group, like especially the seniors.
Well, just the fact that. You know, of course, I always love my seniors. You know, I kind of trying to love my sophomores, but I always, you know, the seniors, you know, because of being with them so much over a 3-year period, that, you know, we always have a bond, and this group, you know, this group's got some really good leaders in it, you know, and guys that have a real positive effect on the other classes, and show them how to work and how to prepare and how to work in the off season, you know, when the games are a long ways away, and so some people are searching for motivation at that time. They've just been really good leaders and really stepped up, you know, for us to be where we are this season. They've got a chance to leave a real special legacy.
Now that we know how the team as a whole feels moving into the playoffs, we'll head over to Josh with a look at week 1 of the playoffs and the competitors that the Panthers will go against for the title of state champions.
Thanks, Phen. As you know, the Panthers are going into the playoffs with a 10-0 record from the regular season. A little fun fact, the last time the Panthers were undefeated going into the playoffs was in the 2021-22 season, before they went on to lose to Pulaski Academy in round 3 of the playoffs in a heartbreaking 38-28 loss. The first game of the playoffs for the Panthers is against the Batesville Pioneers, who are heading into the playoffs with a 4-6 season record, 4-2 in their conference. In our conference, Farmington, Morrilton, and Harrison all enter the playoffs. Farmington in their first week is heading against the 5-5 Harding Academy Wildcats. Morrilton heads off against the 6-4 Nettleton Raiders, while Harrison goes against the number 1 seed in the 5A East, Valley View. And the rest of the playoffs are the Robinson Senators, number 1 seed in the 5A Central, against the Camden Fairview Cardinals, number 4 seed in the 5A South. Game 3 of the bracket is the Hot Springs Spartans, number 1 in the 5A South, versus the BB Badgers, number 4 in the 5A Central. Game 6 of the playoffs is the Parkview Patriots, number 2 in the South, versus the Maumelle Hornets, who are number 3 in the 5A Central. Finally, for week 1, we have the number 2 Searcy Lions against the number 3 Lakeside Rams. Panther fans, the wait is over. The 5A state playoff bracket is set. Our road to the championship starts now, and we're ready to dominate the competition. Now let's head back to the desk with our wrap-up.
Thanks, Josh.
It's been an exciting season so far, and the energy around Greenbrier right now is electric as we head into the playoffs.
Absolutely. The Panthers have worked hard this season, and we're excited to see how they do.
We want to wish the Panthers the best of luck. Here's to a strong postseason start and a deep playoff run.
Reporting for GHTV, I'm Peyton McLendon.
And I'm Phen Elder.
And go Panthers!